in Ephesians. He said it to Timothy. He said it on numerous occasions to say we do not wage war against flesh and blood, but against principalities, rulers, dominions, and powers, and wicked spirits. So therefore, we do not fight with flesh. So we don't apply fleshly tactics. It means we don't sit here and plan to go and attack somebody who's attacking us. When we see an attack comes, it means it started somewhere in the spirit realm. So therefore, we go to the realm and look at where the issues started, and we begin to deal with those issues there. And now, how do we do that? Paul, fight the good fight of faith. Where do we go? We go now back to scripture and say, what is the word saying concerning this issue that I'm suffering with? What did God say concerning the issue that I'm suffering with? Why is this issue existing in my life? What did God say concerning the thing? Then we begin to ponder on it, and until everything becomes crystal clear, you begin to speak it and you get into agreement with God. Because you know, one thing beautiful about faith is that it's a matter between man and God. If an object is involved, that object is going to suffer because man is engaging God through his word. We see this thing. Go Joshua. Joshua, the word was so immersed in him, such that he engaged God. But in his engagement of God, he was talking to the sun and the moon. But Bible area, and he said to God, when did he say to God? But because immediately when he opened his mouth, he said, sun, stop, moon, remain there. A person who altered seasons for the rest of life here on earth, this natural life, he altered seasons just by instructing. Bible, he instructed God, and God said, never ever shall this happen again. I will never allow men to instruct me again. Joshua instructed God when he instructed the moon and the sun. So now the issue is that what is it that Joshua was so conscious of, such that when he spoke to the sun, he was also instructing God at the same time? So now here's the thing. Faith is a matter between man and God, because your actions are informed by your agreement with God concerning what he said. Your actions are informed by agreement that you had with God concerning what he said. Remember that the agreement doesn't have to be a negotiated one. The agreement is what he said to you, and you taking what he said to you concerning you. He tells you his plans, and you agree about his plans for your life. That's what faith is. You acting on what he says concerning your life, because it is his plan. Bible, many are the plans of men, but what prevails? So you can plan all, but the plan of the Lord prevails at the end of the day. You can have all the things set out, but if they are not aligned to God's will or God's plan concerning your life, his plan will actually prevail. And most of the time, when his plan prevails, it prevails without you, because you failed to tap into the move when it happened. But there are certain things that God, they have to go via you. They have to happen via your life. So you'll find things happen via your life, but you're not a beneficiary of it. So they are faith, and yet the coordinates. There are certain people that have to cross your path to benefit you, for God to take them elsewhere. But you are not a beneficiary. Why? Because you are pushing your own plan. You're moving in accordance to your own plan. You don't recognize even when God is showing you back in his plan. You don't even recognize. It's because sometimes we just don't spend enough time to hear when it's God talking. Every time when something is derailed from our plan, we think it's the devil. Modimo can derail you from your plan because your plan is not aligned to his plan for your life. So he can derail you. How would derail you? Why? Because it is not his plan for your life. He's trying to derail you. Your steadfastness then you go wasted. Because sometimes until we similar plan is similar area sharp, and then no, you're reaching a dead end. Because the devil's decoy, giving you other plans other than the one that God gave you.